Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before the video starts. Well played, General Hospital. First, the soap's new writing team friend-zoned Carly and Jason. Laura Wright even suggested that the former marrieds could never be together in the same town as Sonny. But then, oh boy, then came the week of June 24, and suddenly, Charlie's shippers weren't just hopeful again. They were sure that they'd be getting the couple on which they'd had to give up. The telltale dialogue came during an intense scene between Carly and Spinelli. She just learned that she, of all things, was the leverage that Kate's the feds had been using to strong-arm Jason into working for the good guys instead of the bad. She was the reason that he'd had to stay away from his children. She was the reason that he'd lost 3 years of his life, and who can guesstimate how many new lines of black t-shirts. On one hand, Carly confessed to Spinelli she was livid that Jason would make such a sacrifice without consulting her. On the other, "I'm so moved," she said, "to see how much Jason loves me." By and by, Spinelli explained that if all the roles were reversed, he'd do exactly what Jason had done for Carly for Maxie, without hesitation, no matter how furious she'd be. "I love Maxie the way Jason loves you," Spinelli said, and boom, there it was. With a single line, General Hospital seemed to signal that maybe, just maybe, Jason and Carly were endgame after all. How do we figure that? Maxie and Spinelli were once a madly in love couple. Then they spent years as the best of friends. And now they found their way back to one another. Sound like any other duo we know. Jason and Carly started off as lovers. As pals, they became so close that they all but redefined the word. Then, when they pretended to fall for one another to remarry for the sake of the mob, which apparently cares about such things, those old feelings were stirred back up. When Jason returned to Port Charles, he and Carly agreed not to go there again. But Spinelli's dialogue made it clear. The heart wants what it wants. And even if it takes a while, the heart is still gonna want what it wants until it finally gets it. Hence, there's not only hope that Charlie will happen, there's an actual likelihood, maybe even a certainty, that it will.